Morning, everyone. Everybody doing all right today? Not raining at the moment. We could use some more rain though, right? Yeah, it's been a wonderful spring. Okay, Washington County Commissioners Court is now in session Tuesday, May 5th, 2026 at 9 a.m. And Commissioner Bullock, would you do the honors of introducing?
Sure.
our pastor?
Good morning. Welcome, everyone. Today we have Deacon Al Prescott from St. Mary's Church to lead us in invocation.
Well, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
See, you get a better response than you did, Judge. Come on, all right. Beautiful day today.
Yes.
You know, this past week, well, actually, I read the newspaper again. I have to, because there's a lot of good news in there. I missed last Commissioners Court meeting. I was not here. I don't know if you know how fortunate we are. Really, we look on what's happening in our county, and I was really impressed, okay? Wonderful, beautiful report from Sheriff Trey Holloway on what's happening in the Sheriff's Department and then the EMS. All how they're using new technology and all that. And then the Burton, what do you call the Burton? Clinic. Oh, my good golly. Sometimes we forget what's happening in our county. And it's through the commissioners who are backing up all of our people who work for us and all that. We are fortunate that we use technology and innovative services and all that. So, with that being said, let us pray. As this court gathers to strategize and plan, infuse them with the spirit of innovation and adaptation. Bless their efforts to stay ahead of the curve and embrace change as a catalyst for progress. Grant them the insight to recognize emerging trends and the courage to pioneer new paths. With gratitude for the opportunity to evolve, they trust in your guidance as they navigate the future. Amen.
Amen. Please join us in the pledge to our nation's flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Deacon. Appreciate it. Item number 3, discussion and possible action on the approval of accepting the 2025 Annual Comprehensive Financial Report for Washington County by the outside auditing firm Singleton, Clark and Company, P.C. Ms. Hollis?
Good morning.
Good morning.
This morning we have Elias Tristan with Singleton Clark to present the 2025 audit
Okay.
to us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
sir.
My name is Elias Tristan. I'm a shareholder with Singleton Clark, the county's external auditor. And I'm here today to go over the 2025 audit. And could you go down to page 22 of that?
Oh, 22 years. Yeah.
All right. So this right here is going to be the income statement of the general fund. So the general fund is going to be the chief operating account for the county. So it's going to be that far left column. And I just wanted to give some highlights on the general fund. We have total revenues of about $40.9 million, total expenditures of about $40.9 million. And then below we have a section called other financing sources and uses. So basically those are just miscellaneous items that aren't presented on the top. And that leaves us a net inflow of $1.2 million. Overall, that resulted in a $1.2 million increase to the general fund balance and leaves an ending fund balance of $18,173,000, which represents about 5 months of operating expenditures of the general fund. With the general rule of thumb is 3 months, so 5 months is a pretty strong fund balance for the county. While we're on the subject of fund balance, does anybody have any questions on that? No?
No?
All right. Now for the good news here. So the type of auditor report issued for the county is unmodified. It means that the county received a clean audit report this year. We did not identify any material weaknesses, significant deficiencies, or non-compliance material. Basically, the county had no findings related to the audit this year at all. And this year, the county was again subject to single audit for the coronavirus funds, the ARPA, and we had no material weaknesses there or significant deficiencies. So overall, very clean audit, no issues at all, and just a reflection of Shauna's great work, honestly. We also plan on submitting to the GFOA to get y'all the reward back for the county this coming up here soon.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Does anybody have any questions over the audit or anything? Well, I appreciate y'all's time today, and thank y'all so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Sure,
you.
Thank y'all.
Okay. I make a motion approving the acceptance of the 2025 Annual Comprehensive Financial Report for Washington County by the outside auditing firm Singleton Clark and Company, P.C.
I'll second that.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item number 4, discussion and possible action on the approval of budget amendments and line item transfers. Ms. Hollis?
So today, most of this is just cleanup things. The line item transfers, there's a zero effect on the budget. It was just moving line items from one to another. Most were to cover insurance, property insurance or vehicle insurance, because those are just estimates, so you never really know. So that was just little things like that. One I do want to mention is the tax collection contract. Ms. White had reached out and said that we were a little behind on what we needed to fulfill the collections. So we needed about $5,000 more, and so there is an adjustment from contingency to the tax contract amount.
Okay.
And then the budget amendment was for the radar for Seth Clem, Constable 2, that was approved in budget, and then the emergency repairs on the courthouse.
Okay.
I make a motion to approve the budget amendments and line item transfers. Thank you,
Second.
Ms. Hollis.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Shauna, thank you for all your hard work and
Yes.
a great audit report. You always keep us in line, and it's very much appreciated.
And persistence all year long of keeping some of us in line more than others. Thank you for your work you do. Item number 5, discussion and possible action on the approval of social media agreement with Civic Plus for the Washington County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Holloway, good morning.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Morning.
What a beautiful day we have. So for consideration today, Senate Bill 944, which was passed in 2019, amended our Texas Public Information Act to require government officials to archive and retain social media content. Now, once you upload data into a social media platform, you no longer own that data, and it can be deleted by that company at any time. And we are required by Texas Public Information Act and the Freedom of Information Act to supply that content upon request. And if you're not archiving and retaining that, then you're not in compliance with the retention laws under Government Code 722. And for legal discovery, we will be able to supply that content and see exactly when it was, all the metadata, when it was timestamped, the user IDs, so that we can produce that and maintain compliance with those regulations. So this is an agreement with Civic Plus. We looked at this company based on recommendations from surrounding agencies that currently use them. And some of those agencies are the Brenham Police Department, Bryan Police Department, Colorado County Sheriff's Office, Bastrop County Sheriff's Office, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, Grimes County Sheriff's Office, City of Navasota, City of Somerville. Does not require, this is a cloud-based program, so it does not require any additional tasking on our IT department. It is an agreement with this company to monitor and automate the capturing of all social media posts, comments, likes, shares, so that we can know in real time what is going on that social media account, because that is a public government record that we have to supply upon demand. And we currently do not have a tool to do that.
Can I make a comment, Sheriff
Yeah.
Holloway? So Court, I sat in the demo with Sheriff Holloway and one of his employees, and this product is very beneficial to the county. And truthfully, the whole county needs it as a whole. However, I was talking with Sheriff Holloway, we are using Civic Plus for our website, but in budget, I would like to bring forward doing this for the county as a whole. And then also the Agenda Master Developer that I'm gonna work with Nick on and see if we can bundle it up, but also Civic Plus has a open records request software as well. So if we can, I was gonna look into all of those three and see if we can get a better price if we bundle those three and bring that to budget. I talked with Sheriff Holloway though, and they need this product now, but maybe moving forward in the future, it would be something that the county, we would encompass the sheriff's office, but also everyone else that has a social media platform. EMS department, ours, sheriff, I think district court has a social media now too, but it would do all of the counties, not just the sheriff's office.
So Sheriff, the
You answered my question.
IT department was not involved in the discussions with this, or no?
We did reach out to them and talk to them about it,
Okay.
but they would not have involvement in it.
Okay.
Yeah, unless we did a countywide,
Yeah.
then they may have some additional tasking.
That was my
for
next question,
monitoring.
because if it
Right.
becomes countywide, it becomes a different issue.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
okay.
But it's a very good product.
Well, y'all answered my question, because I was thinking we needed to do this for the whole county, so. I make a motion to approve the social media agreement with Civic Plus for the Washington County Sheriff's Office.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Sheriff. Item number 6, discussion and possible action on the acceptance of a $50 donation from the Washington County Ladies Lions Club to the Washington County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Holloway?
Yes, Judge Commissioners, we did receive a $50 donation from the Lady Lions Club that is earmarked for our Citizens on Patrol program, be deposited into our donation account and earmarked for their use.
I make a motion to accept the donation of $50 from the Washington County Ladies Lions Club to the Washington County Sheriff's Office.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion?
Thank you, Lady Lion.
Yes, thank you, Lady Lions.
All in
Really
favor
appreciate it.
signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Yes, thank you, Lady Lion. Item number 7, discussion and possible action on the approval of a subdivision variance request for a land division fronting Quarry Road, 7.71 acres, located in the Nicholas Whitehead Survey, Tract 56, A-108, Precinct 3. Mr. Stoltz?
Morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
This is the last variance request under the old subdivision regulations as it was submitted in completion prior to the new regulations going into place. So this is the last one we have on our plate for the variance request, and we have 2 additional subdivisions that are in progress for the old subdivision regulations. So, with that said, what we have today is we have an application for subdivision via the old subdivision regulations, where we have an existing 7.71 acre tract that's currently in place, as well as an additional 1.992 acres that's just to the northeast there. This is approximately half a mile down Quarry Road from State Highway 36. So there's a little bit of there's actually quite a few lots that are currently in place here. The 7.71 acres was actually broken up into separate lots, into 4 separate lots, approximately 20 something along those lines, 2014, 2015. Looks like some of that was done not correctly. So we're doing a little bit of cleanup here. With that said, those 4 acres were broken up into separate tracts. They were all different landowners. They all came back together into that 7.71, and then there's the neighboring 1.992 acres. So what we currently could have had is 5 tracts of land in this area. What's being proposed today would be able to actually have it back to 4. So the current split that was done was 1.9245 all the way up to a 1.9281. So they're all just slightly less than 2 acres. What's being proposed is 2.052 acre, a 2.659, a 2 acre lot, and then they're going to be bringing 1 acre to the neighboring 1.992 acres. I know that's a lot of moving around there, but we've worked through their setbacks for the existing OSSF. There is a little bit of a jut right there on that 2.659 acres, just to make sure that the OSSF, which would be the septic system, is fully within the existing property. That said, they do meet all the county requirements. I know these are a bit thin, but the minimum frontage is 88 feet. And this does meet all of our county requirements, and essentially this kind of cleans up some of the mess that was done in the previous that may have not been done correctly.
So the top survey line up there,
Mhm.
where it like bows out, what is that? Is that just something that shows that the property goes over that fence line there?
Yes, there's an existing fence line, and essentially the property line goes a bit past that.
And the property owners on the other side know about that?
I'm not fully aware if they know about that, but the legal lot lines per the existing surveys, that's where it is. Unfortunately, a lot of times where people build fences isn't exactly where the property line should be, so sometimes that does get a little bit out of whack.
Yeah. Interesting.
A lot of eyeballing with fence work.
All right. We need a motion, don't we?
Yes, we do. Precinct 3.
I make a motion to approve the subdivision variance request for a land division fronting Quarry Road, 7.71 acres, located in the Nicholas Whitehead Survey, Tract 56, A-108, Precinct 3.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Mr. Stokes.
May I make one announcement before we go into the next one, just before we go there, is the next item typically I would be presenting, would be a subdivision. That said, I actually have family that does have interest in this property, that's their family land. That said, I've consulted with the county attorney's office. I have removed myself from the review process, and I will also be removing myself from the recommendation process. I'll be bringing in the administrative and development supervisor shortly.
Okay.
Item number 8, discussion and possible action on the approval of a final plat for Green Pastures subdivision located along Windy Acres Road and Mount Vernon Road, consisting of 7 lots in the James Clark Survey A-27, Precinct 3. Ms. Warden?
Good morning, Commissioners and
Good
Judge.
morning.
This is Green Pastures. It is a subdivision, lots of 7. This was submitted before our new regulations, so it was received before March 31st. There is no new infrastructure. The largest lot is 3.82 acres. The smallest lot is 2.5 acres. There is community water available on Windy Acres, so it meets the minimum requirements. In the lot 1, there is floodplain. They did put a benchmark. It is in the eastern front corner for future development. Most of it is pretty simple. There is a 60-foot road that you see right in the middle of the slip. That is the neighboring property. So if they ever wanted to develop the back property, they had acreage. Other than that, they meet all of our requirements. Engineering, addressing, and environmental has done a review.
So that 60-foot roadway there,
Yes.
that dedication, that property also fronts Mount Vernon though, doesn't it?
Yes, there is another access point on the other side.
Understood. Yeah.
Go all the way through there. All right.
I make a motion to approve the final plat for Green Pastures subdivision located along Windy Acres Road and Mount Vernon Road, consisting of 7 lots in the James Clark Survey A27 Precinct 3.
Second. Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Lexi.
Thank you, Lexi.
Item number 9, discussion and possible action on approval to approve updating the name of the Communications Department E911 to Washington County 911. Just 911. In other words, WC 911. For consistency and standardization of terminology. Ms. Wellman?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is just some housekeeping to try to standardize our name. Currently, we've been going by Washington County 911. The E911 stands for Enhanced 911, which is a technology we no longer use. We're on NextGen 911. E911 was before NextGen, so it gave the caller's phone number in a general location, whereas now we have Next Generation 911. It gives a precise location and allows text to 911. So removing the technology aspect out of our name, because technology is forever changing, I think that would keep it standard across the board.
Makes sense. A motion to approve updating the name of Communications Department E911 to Washington County 911 or WC 911 for consistency and standardization of terminology.
I'll second that. Sure.
Yes, sir.
With TCOL,
Uh-huh.
is that name going to change?
Our name is already Washington County 911 within TCOL. Yes, sir. The only part that has the E911 in it is the county.
The budget.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes.
All right, so with TCOL, I think it was Washington County Communications.
Currently, it's Washington County 911.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Item number 10, presentation of Washington County 911 quarterly report. Riley Wellman.
Yes. The first few slides are just our housekeeping slides. You can go down. Those were just a list of all of the different agencies and departments we serve. If you can keep going. So this is going to be for the months of January through March, as we're currently in the middle of the second quarter. Calls for service processed so far has been almost 31,000 calls for service, with law enforcement leading 89%, and then EMS at 8%, and the fire departments and volunteer fire departments at 2%. This is just a breakdown overview. With the fire department calls for service, Brenham Fire Department has 50% of those calls as primary, and then the volunteer fire departments have the other 50% primary. The trends for the calls for service, again, this is just for the first 3 months. The calls for service are going up. There was a decline in the first quarter in 2025, but then again, they rose this year. If you can go up one more.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay, thank you. To the 911 calls, it's the one just under, there you go. 911 call counts, those are seeming to go down for this quarter. However, just because the 911 call counts are going down doesn't necessarily mean the workload is going down. So. And that kind of explains it on the next slide. So people are more utilizing our non-emergency phone line to report suspicious activity or lower priority situations. They either also will do direct agency reporting, so calling the sheriff's office directly or the police department. They also are doing walk-in, in-person reporting, and there's an increase in field-initiated response and activity in the field. So for our NENA, which is the National Emergency Number Association, and the NFPA, National Fire Protection Association standards, we are excelling above those national standards with our average call 911 answer time, 99% less than 10 seconds. And then our priority 1, which is our highest priority, average time to dispatch 15 seconds. And then the overall average for all priorities is 36 seconds. Our standards for our medical calls are they should be dispatched within 30 seconds. Currently, our overall average is 13 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Open records requests so far for the first quarter was 186. They do fluctuate month to month. So people do open records requests for the calls for service logs, which that's the top shown there, as well as 911 calls, non-emergency calls, and radio traffic. So.
Do you have a standard form that they're required to fill out?
No, they normally send an email or they'll do written letters, but majority of ours come in via email, and people send it to our main dispatch, and they state what call for service number they're requesting or a date and time range.
Do you have to run that through the county attorney's
Yes,
office?
all of ours get sent to the county attorney's office.
Okay.
For technology updates, Comms Coach is live and fully functioning. It is QAing all of our 911 calls and doing an automatic evaluation of them. And it also provides coaching, trainings, and feedback reports, which our supervisors are working on getting used to, to get those feedback reports to everybody. It also provides summarization and transcript of all the 911 calls.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So when that, so you just provide that information to those dispatchers, or are you reviewing those calls with them on the Q&A?
So the supervisors are going to be the point of contact. They're the point of contact that's going to review their shift's calls.
Okay.
So now the system automatically evaluates them, but the supervisors to go over them and see, okay, does anything need to be addressed to improve? Or, hey, let's give you a shout out because you're doing a phenomenal job. So it kind of ties everything together. And then I know in the prior years, there was the approved compliance manager position. That was roughly $70,000 a year for budgeted. With this replaces that, as this is automatically queuing all the 911 calls, whereas a physical person can only roughly do 2 to 10%.
Yep.
So.
That was a no-brainer.
This is a staffing update from authorized positions to current. Currently, we are vacant 2 telecommunications officer positions. We do have 2 applicants that are working on the pre-hire testing. So. And that's just showing the end of 2025 to current. Staff retention improvement, it has improved drastically. Going from 14 departures in 2024, and then so far this year, it's been 1.
Fantastic.
That's awesome.
We've had 3 new hires at the beginning of this year, and each shift is balanced with experienced staff to reduce errors and to better support our new hires. So each shift has a supervisor, at least 1, if not 2, certified training officers, and additional. So. And then all of our new hires are split amongst the shifts, so that way they have the support of their team. We don't want to throw all new people on one shift.
Yeah.
So,
We don't want you to either.
yeah. Continued education. So far this year, 665 hours for the first quarter. We have 1 person working on their supervisor certification, and so far we have 12 CTOs, certified training officers, and we have 2 more that are in the process of obtaining theirs. Ultimate goal is for all of our personnel to be CTOs. That way they can better assist each other. We have received 3 scholarships. 2 of our personnel received the NINA Gold Line Scholarship to go to the 2026 NINA Conference. That saved us $2,385 per person. So it pays for the conference, a 1-day pre-conference course, and the travel stipend. And then we do have 1 person that received the FBI Lita Trilogy Scholarship in the amount of $795, and totaling saved us almost $5,600.
Awesome.
Good work.
That's awesome.
We are still conducting a warrant audit project for Class C warrants, and we are completed with Brenham Municipal Courts. We have moved on to the JP warrants, and those are in process currently. Public education outreach, that's an ongoing project, as well as policy and procedure updates, cross-training staff, quality assurance data tracking and feedback improvements, and interagency coordination. Any questions?
On page 5, where you were talking about how the call volume has decreased, but there's been increase in calls for service, are you
Correct.
tracking the number of non-emergency
So
line
I've been-
reporting and all of those?
Right, yeah, so I've been working with IT, we're trying to come up with a solution. Currently, we don't have any sort of system to show us like a call details report of the non-emergency line. So IT's looking into that to try to see if we can get some sort of software to count all of those non-emergency calls.
Yeah, I would urge to move forward with that.
For sure.
Because obviously that can impact y'all's workload. And it
Definitely.
would be good for the future courts to be able to kind of track that.
Definitely. Yes.
So ComQuote is not someone that could track that data?
No, so the comms coach, it is automatically doing those evaluations for all of our 911 calls. We've discussed with IT doing the evaluations on non-emergency as well. However, there's been a delay due to they've never worked with Dubber before.
Oh.
So before because IT wants to go to a new call details reporting system. So if they're gonna leave Dubber, then we're gonna wait till we're on a new system to where they can tie into somebody who they might have been working with before
Good.
and already have that API set up.
Good.
Okay,
Okay. Any other questions or comments?
good report.
Good report. Thank
Yeah,
you so
thanks.
much.
Yes, of
Thank
course.
Thanks, Riley.
Okay, item number 11, informational discussion regarding the Washington County 911 livestock registration form and process. Ms. Wellman.
Yes, Commissioner. So the livestock registration form, it is a online form that livestock owners can fill out. It asks questions like their name, phone number, location information such as a gate code or instructions how to access the property. The reason being is when we have all of these livestock that get out, they have a hole in the fence they're not aware of. The deputies can make location, they can see there's a hole in the fence, they can run the cows back in, but then as well as call the owner and let them know, hey, not sure if you're aware, there's a hole in your fence, it needs patching. So it's more so to update our records. Currently, our records are quite dated, just that we've gathered over the years. So when we're calling these owners, they either no longer own the livestock, or they no longer have that leased pasture, or they have passed away themselves. So we want to really update our records. That way we don't wake the wrong person up at 3 a.m.
This is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I know I called and talked to you about it, and
Yes,
I am extremely happy to see this. I know the sheriff probably is happy to see this too. Is there an actual form, or do you have to scan the QR code?
So when you scan the QR code, it brings up the form online automatically.
So my 75-year-old father is not going to scan
Yeah.
the QR code.
Yeah. If
Is there a
anything-
backup plan for that?
Yeah, we can definitely send out the link instead, where they can just click a link. We could do that. The reason we did the QR code is so we can post these at local businesses
Sure.
and feed stores, and people can just scan it and go. Whereas instead of typing a whole URL link. Now, if say your father wanted a form, an actual paper copy, we can work something up for that as well.
So on the website, can you put the hyperlink underneath the
Yes.
QR code?
Mhm,
Then
for
that
sure.
way they can click on the link
Yeah,
or
I
use the.
mean, or take a picture of it and type it in on their laptop.
Yeah, definitely, we can do
Yeah.
that.
Is there not a way to use one of our systems where we can just send a text message out to all of the residents, you know?
We could.
Within our area
Yeah,
where you
that'd
give
be
them a link?
Yeah.
Where it'll take them directly to a fillable form and registration?
Yeah.
Yeah, ask
I would
TJ.
coordinate with Carrie or TJ.
Okay, definitely.
To do that.
Yeah,
Sounds
that'd be
great.
another good location.
For sure.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
I can just geofence that.
Yeah.
Send it out.
Thank you for your work on this. It's really
Yes.
gonna be helpful, I
Yes.
think.
Thank you.
Okay, any other discussion? Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Riley.
Uh-huh.
Item number 12, discussion and possible action on the approval of bank depository contract with Brenham National Bank and allow county judge to sign. Mr. Kramer?
Good morning.
Good morning.
We have gotten to one of the final steps in this process. I left the contract with the judge. A lot of the information is a duplicate of the application that they filled out, but they just had to put it in the form of a contract. So that's what we're asking for your approval now, to get that last step done, to start moving funds.
That account, that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna ask.
Yes, thank you.
I make a motion to approve the bank depository contract with Brenham National Bank and allow the county judge to sign.
Second?
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item number 13, discussion and possible action on the approval of accounts payable. Ms. Kramer?
Okay. Today, again, we have $322,674.91.
Overly noteworthy.
Yeah, do what?
I said nothing overly noteworthy.
No, just
business as
just
usual.
regular bills today.
Make a motion to approve accounts payable.
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item number 14.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. We got some things to sign here.